Don't put no salt on it. They teach you that in chef school. Put salt and pepper in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Season.
I was thinking about it because I bag up a lot of different supplements and whatnot, and a lot of the times I'm bagging up turmeric. Now, when you go into combination of herbs and whatnot, you're gonna need pepper so that turmeric can better absorb. So a lot of these people, they're just taking certain things and it's not really benefiting them the way to its optimal ability, you know? So you gotta, that's same with the scriptures, you know? Like these other camps. They might have turmeric, but they ain't got the pepper with it, so it can benefit you properly, you know?
Yeah, because you can be serving bland meat. This is Matthew 5 and 12. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden underfoot.
Yeah, right?
You gotta be salty, man.
Salty food.
Yeah, salty food. Let's leave this salty camp.
This is
They have the brothers back in. Coming back here, bro. Coming back here.
Going back to Song of Solomon 3 and 2, I will rise now and go about the city and the streets, and in the broad ways I will seek him whom my soul loveth. I sought him, but I found him not. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth? It was but a little that I passed from him, but I found him whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go.
Hey, he went to the watchman. He said, hey, you seen him?
Yeah.
The watchman was like, you don't see him, man.
And how many different brothers actually came by camp and saw brothers actually out there on the highways and hedges and ministering his word and then coming into the fold? You know, from standing outside the camp to coming in the camp.
Yep.
And that's all part of, that's precept upon precept, because you just read it in Proverbs, the first chapter earlier. Out of the chief place of conflict.
In the city.
In the city.
Opening to the gate.
Opening to the gates, man. You know? But you only know that, where the truth is at, if you was reading the scriptures. Because then you'd just be a bug out going to these churches like you once were when you were in the world.
Yeah, because if you, hey, real quick, yeah, I gotta do more diligence so that I ain't gotta be searching these keywords, man.
I mean, everybody does.
I know, but
even though I see the apostles doing it too.
I can do better.
Well, they forget the scriptures, man.
Oh, you can't be perfect, but hey, man, you want to be. Romans 14 and 5, one man esteemeth one day above another, another esteemeth every day alike. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Alright, so you might see these other camps or whatever, IUIC, all these other camps. Now what you do is you gotta study, right? Because a lot of guys get trapped up by the imagery of these other camps, by how they present themselves. Alright? They get persuaded by worldly things. They get persuaded by carnal things, man. And then they don't do their studying. They're just kind of like, following a curriculum. But if you do your own research and you do your own studying, you'll find out who the real guys are, man. That's why we came up under the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, which we're not in Great Millstone, but we learn under them. Those were our teachers. Those are our elders, our brothers, because we believe in that same doctrine. All right, we believe in the doctrine of Yahweh Shai, pushed out first by the apostles and elders, which we didn't just take it out of their mouth as true. We actually went and studied what they were saying and looked into these things ourselves so that we know that they're true. It's not like somebody just told us this is true. It's not secondhand knowledge to us. It's first-hand knowledge to us because we searched it out for ourselves. Like the church of Berea says that they search the scriptures daily. That's what you got to do. That's how you get that precept upon precept. You can say, look, no, this is true because this precept backs it all up.
Sorry. This is Mark chapter 9, verse 38. And John answered him, saying, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and he followeth not us. And we forbade him because he followeth not us. But Yahushua said, forbid him not. For there is no man which shall do a miracle in my name that can lightly speak evil of me. For he that is not...
Because if you're doing miracles in the name of the Lord, that means the Lord's got to be giving you the ability to do these miracles. How are you going to speak evil if somebody's giving you the power to do it? All right, go ahead.
For he that is not against us is on our part.
Yep.
For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, because ye belong to Mashiach, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward.
Yeah, if you give a drink of water in his name, if you coming in the right spirit. Because if you give somebody a drink of water and just go back into the world, you're not going to get a reward there. Because you're still rejecting his word. You gotta, in the name of the, what does it say, in the name of the disciples, you know? So you gotta do things in the name of Yahweh. So if you give charity to the brother, you gotta be in the spirit of the brother. Not everybody's gonna be a prophet. Not everybody's gonna be on the highways and byways that's gonna be saved, but you're gonna be doing something, but you're gonna come in that spirit though. You're not just going to be some guy. You know?
This is Luke chapter 9, verse 62. And Yahushua said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
Hey, that's why, you know, you have certain things you could be going through. You might be dealing with demons. It's because you're not studying. You know, well, you're not doing a combination of those.
Paul always brings out, Apostle Paul always brings about prayer.
But he also got word. Yeah. We'll go into that.
You gotta pray to him, man.
But you also gotta have the work. Or that prayer is not gonna, if you're not, we'll get it. Lord willing.
Going back to Song of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 4, it was but a little that I passed from them, but I found him, whom my soul loveth. I held him and would not let him go. So you ain't supposed to let this truth go, man.
Well, that's your scripture. You just brought up. Luke 9:62. Because if you draw back, that's letting him go.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
That's the spirit. That's letting him go.
I mean, that's how the spirit works. Well, fine-tuned order.
But that's how you start seeing that precepts on precepts. You start seeing how scriptures recite. How actually,
yeah, because we don't have a script no more. Remember, we used to have a scripture bank, and we don't do that no more. We just go by the spirit because we grown. You know, like when you were young in the street. But yeah, when you're young in the street, sometimes you might need that until you grow up, until you build up, you know? And then eventually you just let the spirit take over.
Check this out. 2 Corinthians 5:42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
Coming full circle.
It's full circle, man. This thing is ironclad, bro. It's sewn up. Hey, just like Jay said, laced up, bro. This thing is laced up. Look at this. Madness out here. 2 Corinthians 5:42. And he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring, like as there is no slackness to the lash, even so there is no swiftness to the foot.
And what does Esau always say? Full spectrum dominance. A spectrum is what a circle, right?
Circle. Yeah, you see the whole.
So with these scriptures, it's full spectrum dominance because we can dominate you in anything of this world. Because the wisdom of this world is foolishness. you know, to the Most High. That's why it says by preaching,
let's get it, First Corinthians. The foolishness of preaching. Hey, and that's true. We have the full spectrum of the scriptures, so we'll dominate you in the scripture. Simple as that. I don't care how long you went to school for learning about the Bible, man. We'll chop you in pieces, man. We'll fillet you. We'll slice you up, slice you and dice. Hey, what Mac Drake said, I'll slice them up like some old beef meat.
That's funny because I watched the roast beef, man. But this is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, I'll start verse 18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us.
Hey, who's in the perish? It's these people in the world. They're the ones that are perish. Hey, look, they perish quickly. The majority of them, they don't take care of themselves. They have no knowledge. They got no understanding of life, period. You know, this is floating around out here. Sick. Hey, to whom is reserved the darkness forever, man. All right, go ahead.
But unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High.
That is the power of the Most High. This is how the Lord is gathering his elect. He's using us to preach the word, all right, to build up the elect, man. All right, this is a work and labor of love, all right, because we're making sure that we're strengthening the body, man. We're pumping them spiritual muscles, bro. Pumping that spiritual iron, bro. Go ahead.
For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise, and will bring to nothing the understanding.
What's the wisdom of the wise? People that come up here with a chip on their shoulder, thinking that they know something, man. All right, oh, you great millstone. Oh, that's fine. This fine. Oh, the Israelites on flat. Hey, you got that dude, they've been talking about this guy Quanak. He must have changed the sign. He's totally plugged down, man. Alright, go ahead.
It says it will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent. Where is the wise and where is the scribe? Where is the spirit of this world?
Yeah, where is the wise?
But nothing Most High made foolish the wisdom of this world.
Yeah, made foolish. Hey, that's why you got people that get so upset about the Israelite foreigner thing. About brothers that come in looking like other nations. You got scores of Jakes that just hate it. They just foam out the mouth. That's an Israelite. That's not a thing. The reason being is because their wisdom is foolishness.
Sometimes you gotta wonder if they even read the scriptures, right?
No, they don't. They don't study the scriptures. Otherwise, you can see, well, I can't say that because you got guys that just can't see it no matter how you serve it up.
Oh, I appreciate it real quick. I've been holding it.
Time.
This is Psalm chapter 69, verse 22. Let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare.
Yeah, this knowledge should have been for their welfare, but instead it's driving them insane. All right, go ahead.
Let it become a trap.
That's why they're addicted to scoffing. That's why they just, every video that comes out, there's that same asshole on there saying something. Tahar's an Edomite. Tahar's a washed up old geezer or whatever, you know. It's the same dude with like 100 different channels that's just watching on like 6 different computer monitors. He's got brothers, he's got the bell link on their channel. So every time they put up a new video, we could be on coffee. Alright? Because the Lord totally plugged them out. That's a horrible life. That's a horrible life. Your life is literally just to scoff, just watching for edification to come out so you can scorn it. That's crazy. And if you're in the spirit, like that doesn't vex you. It's funny because it's just like, damn, bro, I kind of feel bad for you, you know? Like, it's a horrible life. You got all kinds of demons on you. All right, go ahead.
Let their eyes be darkened that they see not, and make their lungs continually to shake.
Yeah. Because here it is. They got all this wisdom in front of them, but they can't see. And they're over here freaking out, plugging out. Right? And they know that they're wicked, man. That's why they want to scoff this damn thing. Because they know that this truth doesn't pertain to them. Alright, go ahead.
Pour out thy indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them. Let their habitation be desolate, and let none dwell in their tents.
Hey, because if you got the Spirit, you can see the Spirit on them. How are you going to do what we do without the Spirit of Yahweh on earth? How? You don't see nobody else doing it like that, man. All right?
For they persecute him whom thou hast smitten, and they talk to the grief of those whom thou hast wounded. Add iniquity unto their iniquity, and let them not come into thy righteousness.
Let them not come into thy righteousness. They're being prevented from entering in to the truth, man. They're being prevented, man. The demons won't let them in.
It says, let them be blotted out of the book of the living and not be written with the righteous.
Man, and this thing is spiritual. These are the same people in the Maccabees that consented to Antiochus during the times when he had Jake profaning the sanctuary, setting up idols, sacrificing pigs. You know, they built a place of exercise according to the heathen, left their children uncircumcised, made themselves uncircumcised, began doing all manner of abominable wickedness. And these are the same people that said, let his blood be upon our heads and our children's heads. Alright? Because his judgment is like to a ring. Alright? This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. That which has been is now. Think about that. That which has been is now. They have a saying in the world, history repeats itself. History literally repeats itself. Alright? Not even like, all this thing happened. No, I mean, if you have the Spirit, you understand what I'm saying. History literally repeats itself, man. That which has been is now, and that which is to be, that's what's coming, hath already been. And the Most High requireth that which is past. So those spirits are here for judgment. Those same scoffers and scorners and plug outs, the same people, man, that have done certain things in the past and are replaying out their luck. Because the Lord requireth that which is past. That's why it's like you don't know who you are, man. You don't know shit. It's locked. You don't know anything. You don't know a gosh darn thing.
Well, this is Galatians chapter 4, verse 12. Brethren, I beseech you, be as I am, for I am as ye are. Ye have not injured me at all. You know how through an infirmity of the flesh I preached the gospel unto you at the first, and my temptation which was in my flesh you despised not, nor rejected, but received me as an angel of the Most High, even as a Mashiach Yahushua. Where is then the blessedness you spake of? For I bear you record, that if it had been possible, you would have plucked out your own eyes and have given them to me.
Man, that's faith. That's beautiful faith, man. He basically said you would have did anything for me. Right, go ahead.
Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Oh. That's what happened. That's what happened. In a world full of lies, the truth is the enemy. Because, hey, man, the world's been deceived for hundreds of years now. I mean, you take 100 years of somebody, hundreds of years of people getting beat certain things into their head. When the truth comes along, it's going to be shocking. Shocking. That's what's happening is the Spirit of the Lord is shocking the system. You know? That's why the system is rejecting it. That's why Esau don't got a smile on his face no more, man. Esau's not playing no more. He's starting to take this thing seriously. It ain't a nuisance anymore. It's becoming a problem. That's why you have Agenda 21, Project Veto, Rex 84. That's why you have all these unrighteous decrees in place, because they're ready for this. Alright? They know Yahweh is coming. That's why they're talking about UFOs, man. Alright? They know they got a short time. Alright? All this truth coming out, they see the system being destroyed. It's being destroyed by the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That's where it started. That's where it's coming from. Alright?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 20. All the brethren greet ye one another with a holy kiss. The salutation of me, Paul, with my own hand. If any man love not, or the one Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, let him be anathema maranatha. The great
curse till he comes.
Yep. The grace of our the one Yahweh Shai HaMashiach be with you.
Which, if you can't receive the truth of the Bible, that's a curse.
That's what we've been going to see.
So their scoffers are cursed till the Lord returns. Hey, you know what? Before you continue, you get ready to be holy, but before you continue, watch this, man.
Oh, that reminds me of that one infamous scripture, Jeremiah 11:11.
Hey, this is scary. This is scary. Second Peter 2:12. It says, but these as natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to riot and to take some. Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unsavory souls, and heart they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, which have forsaken the right way and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Bezor, who loved the wages of unrighteousness, but was rebuked for his iniquity. The dumb ass speaking with man's voice forbade the madness of the prophet. These are wells without water, clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. Damn. These are wells without water, clouds that are carried away with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure to the lust of the flesh, to much wantonness, those that were clean escape from them who live in error. While they promise them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. For of whom a man is overcome, of the same is he brought into bondage. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of this world to the knowledge of the Lord, and Savior Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, they are again entangled therein, and overcome, the latter end is worse with them than the beginning. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. But it happened unto them according to the true proverb, the dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the sow that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. And that's what happens when people become scoffers and scorners, and you got that, and you got these gimmick Israelites. What are they doing, man? They're alluring people through the flesh. through the works of the flesh, but a lot of them, their doctrines are messed up. So they're promising liberty to people, but at the same time, they're not right. All right.
This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 11. But ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for their truth, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, you did not answer. When I spake, you did not hear, but did evil before my eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not.
Yeah, because if you're not teaching Jake the truth, then you're just preparing him for the slaughter. That's all you're doing. You know, you got certain guys who talk about getting the shit, man. That's preparing the table for that truth. You just got brothers lined up to receive the shit, man. To receive the mark of the truth. That's crazy. That's right. This is Romans 8 and 6. For to be carnally minded is death. That's what it is. A lot of jakes are carnally minded, bro. A lot of people that say that they're Israelites are actually carnally minded, man. And they're looking for carnal things. Alright? But to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please Yahweh outside. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit, if so be that the Spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now if any man have not the Spirit of Yahweh, he is none of his. And if Yahweh be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. But if the Spirit of him that raised up Yahweh from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Yahweh from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his Spirit that dwelleth in you. Alright? So, you gotta study to show yourself approved, man. Alright? That's how you're gonna receive the Spirit. Because like I was saying before, it's like dealing with certain demons or dealing with certain things because you're not occupying them. Because you're not studying, because you're not given to enough study. Yeah. Because this is where it comes from. You know, you're not supposed to be watching videos for entertainment. You know, watching videos, brothers bring out scriptures and it makes you laugh and it's funny. You know, that's not what you're watching videos for. You're watching videos, you want to dissect them. You want to study. Don't just take it as a video. You got an hour. When you have an hour long, you have elders like Elder Kazak that does an hour and 40-minute long video. That's a college course, man. That's not for you to just kick back, eat Cheetos, and watch. That's for you to pull out a pen and a pad and start taking notes, man.
And that knowledge that he's given freely is more higher than Harvard. Once you go spend thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn at Harvard, man.
Yeah, this brother's taking an hour and 40 minutes out of his day. Not for you to just kick back and watch a video like it's nothing. It's for you. That's why brothers are so diligent. That's why a brother like that is so diligent in his videos. You notice like in a lot of his videos, he'll bring out a scripture and he'll say something like 1 Peter 4 and 11. 1 Peter 4 and 11. He'll say it multiple times before he brings it out. There's a reason. Alright, these things are meant to be broken down and studied and analyzed, dissected, researched, looked up. All that, man.
Because even when you look at a carnal sense, all the great men of the earth became great through repetition. Whether it be like sports and whatnot, it was all through repetition, doing a certain thing over and over again until they just became elite at it. Most notably, Mike Tyson. You know, dude did 1,000 squats a day, man. Woke up early in the morning and ran with 8 or 10 miles, man. Repetition. That's how he became the baddest man on the planet. So even with these scriptures, you can take that same concept and tell yourself and ingrain it into your mind. It's all repetitive.
You can take a 40-minute video and turn it into a 6-hour study. That's 6 hours of practice. 6 hours of study, looking up scriptures, breaking down words.
And as you go further along in this truth, years after years, you're going to go through the same breakdowns over and over and over again. It doesn't stop. It don't end.
And it should bring peace to you to do that. Because you're occupying your time in righteousness. That has a spirit to it. Everything that you do has a spirit to it. You do wickedness as a spirit. And it changes physically.
And when you do righteousness, the feeling you have a good feeling.
You got a good feeling. And it changes, because what does wickedness bring? Stress, anxiety, demons, which that alters
feeling like shit.
That alters you physically, man. It brings depression, it makes you age faster. You know, you lack sleep. You want to do shit that brings demons on you. You want to do things that's even more bad for your health.
Thoughts of doubt.
You know, all this stuff, man, comes with not occupying yourself in the scriptures. Like I said, a 40-minute video turned into a 6-hour study. That's 6 hours of your day you could have spent watching TV, drinking, playing video games, and doing something dumb, but you instead devoted that time to your Halbah Shalom Shah. And it'll go by quick if you are engaged in the study. If you are engaged in that study. Before you know it, you'll be, a whole day will go by, and you just like, dang, then you just pray to the Lord, like, I really just devoted, like, my whole day to you today. But
especially when you're a newcomer, man, when you're new in the faith, man.
Actually, especially when you're older in the faith. Because, just because you've been doing this for so many years doesn't make you exempt from continuing to go back.
Yeah, you're gonna do that.
To go back through. Really, that's how you should be constantly occupying your time. You're not gonna, like I said, you got things you gotta do, you got times where you can play. But the majority of your time, and if you study correctly, it won't be hard. It won't be a chore, because your mind will be engaged. You have to engage and really engage in it, and time will go by quick. And it'll build your spirit. You'll feel better. The demons will come off. You'll have a sound mind. You have the spirit of love in you. You'll be like, oh man, I can't wait to tell a brother about this. Oh, this scripture, I found this scripture. Oh, I gotta do video, I gotta do lesson, I gotta get this out. Then you start running. You start to pick up the pace, man.
And also, like, when a brother don't remember certain scripture, like you, if you're studying, you can give that brother that scripture quick, fast, in a hurry, you know? And it could be something that's like really like in First Esdras or in Baruch or whatever, or Esther, or
you could take a video with one scripture and turn that into a study. Just take that scripture and find precepts to it. Like brothers have those scriptures where they only have time to do one scripture. You can take that one scripture and turn it into a study. You can line upon line. You can bring out, which we'll do an example of.
All right, this is St. Matthew chapter 21, verse 33. Here another parable. There was a certain householder which planted a vineyard and hedged it round about and digged a winepress in it and built a tower and let it out to husbandmen and went into a far country. And when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen that they might receive the fruits of it. And the husbandman took his servant and beat one and killed another and stoned another. Again, he sent other servants more.
The servants are the prophets. That's who the servants were representative of. Because Yahweh Shai always sent out the prophets to do what? Real quick.
Rising early.
Isaiah Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Alright? That's what the prophets have always done. Alright? That's what they're set up to do. Okay? Go ahead.
When you said the prophets rising up early, you know what that one is at? You remember that one? Yeah,
Jeremiah 7:25, since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, unto this day I have even sent unto you all my servants the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them, yet they hearken not unto me, nor incline their ear, but harden their neck. They did worse than their fathers. Hey, we're in the days of Noah. When you go into Second Ezra, it tells you that after the flood, man started becoming worse than the days of Noah, man. Started doing even more wickedness.
That's why I was going to be so about fire, man.
See, everything is reincarnated, but it's being reincarnated on another level. You know, so this is these different kingdoms, we're in these different kingdoms, but it's beefed up because of knowledge is increased, because of technology, because of new weaponry, because of new ways. You know, the Lord gave Esau all kinds of ways to do the things that he's always been doing. You know, killing Jake. Hey, when you go into when you watch that movie, The Matrix. You've seen The Matrix Reloaded? When he goes and he talks to the architect, the guy that's sitting in the chair using all these big words, he's got all the TV screens.
No, I think that's Revolution.
He talks to him in Matrix Reloaded.
I thought he did Revolution, because then you went to go fight
I just watched it. I just watched the other day. Anyways, he goes to him, and he's telling Neo about the Matrix. There's been like 6 other Matrix before the Matrix that he's in. And every one there's been a Zion, and they've destroyed Zion. And they're like, we are becoming quite proficient. That's a representation of Esau and these other nations. Because this has happened many times before. Esau has sought to destroy Jacob. And he's become quite proficient at it. You know, and he thinks he's going to get it this time. That's why he's going to come down having great wrath. He's going to seek to destroy Israel. All right, and he's got all these new fucking toys, Slocky, all these new toys and technologies in order that the Most High gave him to use, because the Lord puffed up his spirit. You know, puffed up his pride. He's like, there's no way, you know what I mean? There's no way he's going to be delivered out of my hands. Yeah. I got the nukes now.
Yeah, but Esau is the hammer of the Most High. Like his weapon.
Yeah.
You know?
Esau don't know. No, he don't know. He don't realize it. You know? He don't realize that the Lord's just playing him for a fool.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't understand the concept of no such thing as free will.
Yeah. thinks Satan's dealing with him. Go ahead.
It's St. Matthew chapter 21, verse 36. Again he sent other servants more than the first, and they did unto them likewise. But last of all he sent unto them his son, saying, they will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance.
That's why Pilate, even Pilate, Pilate was speaking to the wicked scribes and Pharisees, and he was saying like, what has this man done? You know, what evil has this man done, or whatever. You know, and it even says in the scriptures that Pilate perceived that they delivered him up for envy. So Jake, read that again. This is what Jake did. That's the husband. It's these wicked scribes and Pharisees that delivered up Yahweh Shai to the Romans to be crucified, man. Because you look, there's the
Verse 38. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, this is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance. And they caught him and cast him out of the vineyard and slew him. When the Lord therefore of the vineyard cometh, what will you do unto these husbandmen?
Why 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to be destroyed. Hey, what does it say? O Israel that killeth the prophets. I think that's what
They say unto him, he will miserably destroy those wicked men, and will let out his vineyard unto other husbandmen, which shall render him the fruits in their season.
Which that's what you have today. Right? Because what? That the Lord is calling to a people that are not a people. Right? The Lord has gotten himself fruits from the other nations. From most of the other nations. If you could receive it.
The Gentiles.
Which everybody became a Gentile.
Right? Which they didn't understand that there was going to be a falling away. You know? Which if they would have looked into the Old Testament, they would have understood that. You read it like books of Jeremiah 17:4, you shall discontinue from thy heritage, or Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. So when Yahweh Shai came on the scene, when the apostles, when Paul came on the scene and they were talking about falling away first, they didn't have the understanding of that because it wasn't given to them. You know?
Matthew 23:37. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, thou that killest the prophets, and stonest them which are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together, even as a hen gathereth her chickens under her wings, and you would not. And it's the same thing to this day, man. There is no new thing under the sun, bro. This thing is it's just a repetitive thing, man. Jake constantly just, you know, the Lord calls out to him, and Jake just starts throwing rocks, slinging stones. Get out of here! We don't want to hear that. What do you got?
So Isaiah chapter 30 verse 1, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with the covering but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Yeah, because what was Jake wanted to go back into Egypt to receive those benefits.
Same thing on this side. They want to stay in the spirit of America, right? Even if they're Israelites,
yep.
or claim to be, you know. They want to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh. They want to live that American dream, man. They want the goodies. They want to live comfortably. They don't want to catch hell. Because this truth is about adversity, catching hell, being built up, being refined. And they don't want to deal with that. They want to live comfortably, man.
Yeah, because in order for you to keep a sound mind, you got to be diligent in the scriptures, man. Otherwise, there's no way around it, bro. You're gonna catch hell, man. It's like Jonah. If you're of the elect, if you're a man of the Lord, and you ain't doing right, the Lord's just gonna beat your ass until you do. Exactly what's gonna happen. What was you
It
gonna say?
says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shade, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Yeah, really this place wants to kill you.
Oh, it's gonna kill you. Because look how many of these people are dependent on all these different jobs, man. These jobs, hey, I believe this is one of the worst so-called holiday seasons, even worse than 2018, man. I made a video and I was saying like, you hired all these people just to sit around and do nothing. When you got like 20% of the workforce actually picking all the shit, man. So you overhired thinking that you were just going to get a surplus of online orders or sales and this, that, and the third. And I'm sure it's probably worse in other companies that are not top tier corporations, man. Which I'm not even going to say the corporation. But everybody knows it. You know? Which goes back to the doors in the street shall be shut, not put up verbatim, man. So these people are trusting in Egypt, man. They're trusting in America. They're thinking America's gonna bounce back. The stock market is at an all-time high. Which that's just them wanting you to get into it, to spend all your money on it, just so they can take all your money when they collapse it, man. And then how these people are gonna feel at that time, man. They're gonna be looking stupid. They're gonna be looking stupid.
Yeah, the video, further to the video here, there's a Black Friday sale.
Yeah.
And there's just a sea of people in the store swinging on each other. Just swinging on each other, bro. Motherfucking Elmo doll. Some lady grabbing it, just a fist come flying at her. Give me that Elmo doll. 50% off.
What's they doing? Well, a lot of people are doing that with anything in so-called high demand, man. Killing each other, stabbing each other, throwing each other away.
you got dudes just running up. You got a whole line of people in front of them. You got some lotions, like a set of lotions. You got some woman back there just throwing uppercuts and shit, folks.
Damn lotion, man.
That's the spirit of this world, man.
Then you got Cyber Monday tomorrow, so everybody's gonna be beating each other to a pulp with some computers and different gadgets.
This place is through, bro. This is waxing work. These people have lost their goddamn mind.
And what, you're gonna get maybe 30% off? If that, you ain't getting no damn, not bigger than that. You're not getting a deal worth your life, man.
Hey, what does Jake do? Jake go in there, buy 24 new PlayStations.
Yep. Wait. Oh, when the PlayStation 5 comes out, it's gonna be pandemonium, man.
Oh, bro, it's gonna be magic. Bombs might go off.
I remember when it was either PlayStation 2 or 3, they were charging like $4,000 and whatnot. It was expensive. Man, people were going crazy, man. You was like the dude if you had a PlayStation in that day.
This place is this place is wicked, bro. It's super wicked. These people are just dumb animals, man. They have they're just poked and prodded and go wherever he tells them to go. Oh, we have a sale over here. You got a woman that's like, oh, they're having a sale at Big Lots, at JCPenney is over here and over there. We're gonna go to Target, we're gonna go to Walmart. If you're a kid, that's hell, man. I would hate to be that woman's son. Damn, that's a whole day of shopping. That's a whole day of walking around in stores. I remember being a kid, so I was just hating that shit.
Yeah, I hated doing something with my money too, man.
Hated it. Every time I heard the word shop, we gotta go shopping. We gotta stop at the store. Ah! It was like nails on a chalkboard.
And that's when you get older, man. You go to the store, you get in and get out.
You got a woman that's sexy. Cause she'll spend an hour in the store and not get anything. I go in the store, I already know what I want. I'm going, and as I'm going straight to what I want, here's a woman veering off into this side, into this side, into this side. I'm just standing around with what I already want to purchase, walking around with this woman. Looking stupid. Well, every chance I get, woman needs something, I try to go get it stuff. I'm going with you. But Salaki, I mean, Satan destroys me. They come? They come?
This is Jeremiah chapter 12, verse 1. Righteous art thou, O Yahweh, when I plead with thee. Yet let me talk with thee of thy judgment. Wherefore doth the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal very treacherously? Thou hast planted them, yea, they have taken root. They grow, yea, they bring forth fruit. Thou art near in their mouth and far from their reins. But thou, O Yahweh, knowest me. Thou hast seen me and tried my heart toward thee. Pull them out like sheep for the slaughter and prepare them for the day of slaughter.
This is Job 27 and 13. This is the portion of a wicked man with the Most High, and the heritage of oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword. And his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widow shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. He buildeth his house as a moth, and as a booth that the keeper maketh. The rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not. Terrors take hold on him as waters. A tempest stealeth him away in the night. The east wind carry away, and he departeth, and as a storm hurleth him out of his place. For Yahweh shall cast upon him and not spare. He would fain flee out of his hand. Men shall clap their hands at him and shall hiss him out of his place. Hey, so that's the heritage of Esau. You know, if you have children, they're numbered to the sword, man. You know, all these things that Esau's built in this society, it's about to be destroyed, man. This is Malachi 1:1. The burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. I have loved you, saith the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? And he's talking about Israel. He's saying, I have loved Israel. Alright? So back that up. Get a scripture. This is Romans 9:1. I say the truth in Yahweh Shai, lie not. My conscience also bears me witness in the Holy Spirit that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahweh Shai, for my brethren, my kinsmen according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenant, and the giving of the law, and the service of the Most High, and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom concerning the flesh Yahweh Shai came, who is over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen. Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel, meaning that not everybody that is an Israelite according to the flesh is an Israelite of the Yahweh Shai. Not everyone is an Israelite inwardly. Okay, you have those that are Jakes, that are Israelites, that are Jews outwardly, and those that are Jews inwardly.
Something?
Yeah.
Israel, the Most High is the elect, the 144,000. You know, because that's who's going to be delivered. You know, the Israel that is not of the Most High, just 2/3 of Israel, that is going to be destroyed, man. Because they were set up from the foundation of the earth to be destroyed. You know?
It says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. So you have all these heathens that say that they're children of the Most High, the children of God. But
most notably through Ishmael. They think the Prophet Muhammad has a promise. They say the prophet is Ishmael. Even their own book refutes that claim, man.
That's why they don't deal with the New Testament. They deal with the Old Testament of the Bible. But they don't deal with the New Testament. They don't believe in Yahweh Shai.
They think he was just a regular prophet.
Yeah.
Getting down on the cross.
They believe that Israel was done away with, and now it's the Ishmaelites' time. It's not. You're sorely mistaken, Muhammad. It says, neither because they are the seed of Abraham are they all children. That just said it right there. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called. Now, wait, Isaac had Jacob and Esau. So let's continue. That is, they which are the children of the flesh, these are not the children of the Most High, but the children of the promise are counted for the seed. So you have the children of the flesh and the children of the promise. Ishmael and Esau were children of the flesh, but Jacob was a child of the promise. For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. This is the word of promise right here. All right. This is for all the Edomite pastors and church dwellers and such and such and such. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, neither have done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. Alright? The elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? Most High forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. Alright? For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he harden. Okay? So, the Esau was raised up and put into this power that he has so that the Lord could build him up just to knock him down, to show his power, just like he did with Pharaoh. This is the new Egypt, right? Esau is the new Pharaoh. This is a new captivity. Alright? And this is going to blow away the old captivity, the old salvation from Egypt. Alright? So the new Egypt, the new Pharaoh, which is Esau, was built up, put Israel into captivity and stomped Israel out and put them in subjection so that the fall of him could be great and he could show his wonders, his miracles, and his power through the wicked. Right, through the destruction of the wicked. Real quick, I'm gonna keep going. It says, thou wilt say then unto me, why does he yet find fault? For who hath he resisted his will? So he says, well, how can you find fault with the Edomites? For who has resisted his will? You made him mistake. It says, nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me then? Has not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he hath afore prepared unto glory? Alright, see? So the vessels of wrath, which are 2/3, these other nations of Esau, fitted to destruction, are here so that the Lord could show his wrath in them. The 1/3 and the elect are here so that the Lord could show the abundance of his mercy. That's the balance.
This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 20. Daniel answered and said, blessed be the name of Yahweh forever and ever, for wisdom and might are his. And he changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding.
And get Daniel 4:17. He removeth kings and setteth up kings, man. Daniel 4:17 will further expound. Go ahead.
This is Daniel chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men.
That's why you have the wicked ruling over the earth, man. With much, and the Lord is suffering.
It talks about the basis of men. Because how should the Most High set up?
Yeah. The basis of men being Esau, because as it even tells you in Maccabees, that wickedness was multiplied in the earth when the Greeks came into power. When Esau finally really came into power, wickedness was multiplied in the earth. Alright? And look at all the wickedness that Esau had to do. Alright? Setting up all these different idols. You know, all kinds of madness. And the Lord willing, if we have time, we'll go into it. Maybe I'll do a lesson.
This is Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Yeah, because you hear about